Courtney JB, and I'm back with another video, and today we are reacting to Dawn FM by The Weeknd. Now, I'm a fat fan of The Weeknd. If you've seen my after hours reaction, you know this. You know that I'm a huge fan of him from day one, from day dot, and his creative journey has been amazing to observe. After Hours was an amazing album, and I'm happy to see that he's released this second, or like the sequel, or like the following on album from it so soon. Do you know what I mean? Like, this journey is all really coming together, and I can't believe he just decided to drop it for us at the start of the year, you know, with no like rollout, no like long-term promotion. Just dropped it for us, just blessing us like this. Like, we don't deserve this. And I don't want to waste any time, I just want to get into it. I'm liking this. I'm liking that intro. It's very intergalactic, very like, you know, the synths, the sounds, the like everything was very space-like. It felt like I was in Stranger Things watching Star Trek on Jupiter. That's how space-like that was. Woo! Ooh.
It's 5 AM my time again. I've soaken up the mood. Kiss, and you know it's me.
What the heck is this?
My hands all around your neck. You love it when I always squeeze. Yes, I want you 'cause we're both insane.
The lyrics falling into getting high again. You want me? I'm in pain. We're both insane. When I wrap my hand around your neck and I squeeze, or whatever he said before, bro. What's so weird about this song is that there's a groovy, funky beat to it. You want to be like bopping your head like, oh yeah, this is groovy. But then the lyrics are like, wait, hold on. What did he say? He's saying some really dark, twisted stuff. Things hinting to pain. Things hinting to, you know, not being as cheery as this beat is. And then you're hearing the beat, so you're just a bit conflicted. It's a bit of an interesting one. That, coupled with the fact of the distortion of his voice, is like you can hear him, but you can tell it's him, but you can't. So it's like you're confused about how to feel, and it kind of links to this confusion of like his voice's identity and as such, because it's like your voice is something you used to identify yourself, right? But his voice is distorted. It's not even clear what he sounds like, coupled with what he feels like. So it's like everything's just a grey mess.
I love it when you watch me sleep. Just wrap my body in these sheets and pour out the gasoline. Aftermath, apocalypse, and hopelessness. Around. And pour out the gasoline.
Do you know what? Gasoline, I was listening to it, and at first, you know, you're caught in a state of confusion because you're like, what is this? Who is this? What is being said? Am I to dance? Am I to listen? What is demanded of me? What is expected of my ears? What? You're asking a lot of questions. You get into it and you realize what he's doing. It's like he's making music for 2050. He's making music above or ahead of his time. Music that is really like crazy futuristic, that you wouldn't picture people listening to this right now. I mean, it does have some kind of like coming of age feel to it. I feel like I can see it in like a coming of age, finding yourself movie kind of thing, you know, like teenage kind of wreck storyline kind of thing. That kind of fits in. That scene fits into the song, and it fits because this song feels very lost, even though it makes sense and has a good melody and everything, and it has structure to it. There's a lost feel to it because it's like the distortion of his voice and that contrast of the voice and the lyrics to the actual happiness of the production, plus, you know, him saying, just if I happen to die and actually get peace, pour the gasoline, set me alight. It's like, wow. He's distorted, his voice is even wobbly, so you're even thinking this person really must not be at peace with themselves because their voice isn't even stable. And then they're saying those lyrics like that. It's a general theme of like being lost here so far.
In your mind, I fix your mushroom tea. I only want what's right seeking approval, begging for.
Okay.
I can see the real you, girl. You don't have to hide. All the things you tolerated made you hold inside. And I can lift you up again like embers of early. I say, how do I make you love me? How do I make you fall for me? Make you love me?
Woo! I love that part when he's going, how do I make you love me? And then it goes, ooh, in the background. Like, that part there makes it more haunting, makes it more disturbing. How do I make you love me? Like, he's now trying to make such a natural thing unnatural, make it forced. How do I make you love me? Eternally, he even says in the lyrics. Like, it's not even like a free choice for this woman. She has no say in this. This is stupid. How do I make you love me? Really disturbing song. Really disturbing lyrics. Because it's like, but it also is a bit sad because it's like wanting someone to love you so bad that you feel like you've got to do something to make them love you. It shows like a deep underlining issue with worth. Like, really not understanding your self-worth and understanding how valuable you are and how, how you are someone that deserves it. Don't need to try to demand it or control it. But like, you just are beating yourself up, not seeing your self-worth and your self-beauty, so you're desperately clinging on to anything to make you feel that way. It's crazy, it's sad and it's haunting, and then it's over such a funky beat. Like, it just makes sense, doesn't it? Let's just put the most depressing, scary shit on a groove beat, and people will dance to it, and people will, be like, this song makes me come alive. Meanwhile, the person in the song is slowly dying. Like, the next song is Take My Breath. So we're gonna skip that and move on to the next one.
The nights don't ever sleep, so this life's always with me.
Oh!
Love for more of the night. I try to put up a fight. I don't wanna sacrifice for your love. I try. Life is still worth living. Yeah, this life is still worth living. I can break you down and pick you up. I sacrifice your love for more of the night.
It's a sacrifice. Like, that part there was just like, okay, that's how you're gonna pronounce it. Like, I'm all for creative expression and expressing yourself in many different ways. I'm all for it. Just right there in that moment, it caught me a little bit. I was like, oh, sacrifice. Okay, that's how we're saying it.
Can't tie me down. I hope you know I love my time. I don't wanna.
You know what this is? This is a shout to MJ. That's what I'm literally getting. Like, if this isn't screaming MJ to you, then this is actually Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? This is the synths, the grooves, the funk, the pop. It's a lot of MJ. MJ's never been screamed to me so much from the Weeknd before this song, before I heard it. I could literally picture Michael Jackson singing something like this in his later years, in his later career. So it's interesting. I do enjoy it. I do enjoy it a lot. I feel like there's something missing from Sacrifice for me, but I still enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? Because the production is just amazing. It's just that solid, and filled production, filled with so much sounds. There's no gaps in this. Every element of space in the track was thought of, and within that space there was an applied sound that fits just right. Do you know what I mean? So very well produced Sacrifice. I'm loving the kind of drive it has to with the like, I like that. The production's great for me, but something's missing in the way, I don't know, that The Weeknd tried to sing on it. I thought that maybe he could have took it even to a higher place, but I still enjoyed the song.
Good with them because they know fucking well I love them. But I did do the best I could. I will never forget watching my mother get put in a straitjacket and taken out of my home when I was only 7 years old. I later had an evil stepmother who further cemented the idea that I didn't need a mother. Get into my relationships with family and those I had become romantically involved with.
This is really interesting. The fact that Quincy Jones is here speaking about the lack of a mother figure, and how that affected him in his relationship with women, and how that kind of made him maybe act out to women in a vindictive way, cut them off too soon, not know how to treat them or handle them. And we've got The Weeknd, who often talks of such issues in his albums, you know, not knowing how to keep a woman or stay with a woman, how to make a woman love him, how to adjust himself so that maybe his toxic traits are not so hurtful to a woman. You know, we've got a legend, Quincy Jones, speaking on issues that probably The Weeknd is feeling himself, with the way that he has been, the way that he grew up, and things that he experienced. And then, you know, Quincy Jones says at the end, looking back is a bitch, which is ironic because he's speaking of women, to then say looking back is which is a profanity that women tend to be referred to as a lot of the time, especially in the music industry. But then on top of that, you know, considering that this is Dawn FM, this is like The Weeknd supposed to be heading in towards the light, you know, looking forward essentially. It's interesting because Quincy's like, yeah, but he's looking back and reminiscing, and he's realizing how crap it can feel to reminisce. So did he put it in there because Quincy is relating to him in terms of like treatment of women, or did he put it in there because Quincy's also reminding him of Dawn and the prospect of looking forward? I don't know.
The last few months in my life, I've been so cold to the ones who love me, baby. Remember when I held you? You did say I love you, girl, but I'm out of time. Say, but I'm out of time. Said I'm too late to make you mine. Out of time. They come right back, girl, come right back. Give me one chance, just a little. Make you mine. Out of time. Ooh, self, but I'm out of time.
Oh yeah.
You dare touch that dial, because like the song said.
Currently we're on the ride to The Weeknd's termination, or evolution, or ultimate change. You know, we're riding down into this light, into the sunset. You know, he has lived life, he's lived crazy, he's been blinded by the light, he's aged now, it's the end of the journey, he's at the end of the road. And this FM guy is reminding us of that, and he's saying, you know, you might even forget your name. I don't know what that hints. If The Weeknd changes his name to like The Working Day or something like that, like, I don't know if he's gonna change his name, if this even means anything. I'm just picking at straws here.
Strike a pose when my kid falls. Front page of the billboard, suit and tie, took all smokes. Yeah, said you wanted your boyfriend. Fall for me once you got this dick. City, dark city, pictures and frame it. And my new girl, she a movie star. My new, I swear it cures my depressing thoughts. So baby girl, she a movie star. Here we go again. Ooh, we go again. Life's a dream. Tears that never love at all. So here we go again. this love is strong to me. We don't need the government involved because we like to touch. We don't need no damn religion telling us that we in love. But if we did crash down, these feelings freeze up. You gon' sign this prenup. You gon' sign this prenup. Here we go again. Life's a dream with tears that never love at all.
Here We Go Again is absolutely splendid. New adjective. I absolutely love Here We Go Again. Tyler's verse was so well written for this type of song. You know, he came on it smoothly with just the right amount of, you know, delivery that, you know, lets you know it's just Tyler the Creator, you know. So it was like, it was smooth enough but still demanding enough, and it just worked with the track, and it was just so great, and I loved it. It's like how the Weeknd's, you know, saying here we go again. There was a bit of an ironic part when he was saying like, baby girl, she's a movie star. Like, he was talking about another woman he had fallen for to the woman he's falling for. It was very like, Weeknd, what is you doing? So he was like relaying his love for another woman to a woman. And it was kind of ironic. Really like this song because, again, it just talks about him falling for someone else. I love how he goes, here we go again. Like, and the falling of the again really sounds like, like he's really entering into it again. Something he never thought he would do, never thought he would fall for someone again. But here he is again because he can't help being a lover, even though maybe he's not the best at it. It's like a learning process every time. Okay.
Oh, we go, baby, what we got is secure. I'm not looking for, you're my best friend now. You're my best friend now. Oh, I don't want to be for your heart if we don't.
I've heard several songs hit this bass. Dun, 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 dun. You know, I've heard that bass drop so many times, like it, but every time I hear that, it just works. I don't care if I've heard this kind of instrumental before, it works. I don't care if that bass line, those keys being played is familiar in music. I don't care.
You're my best friend now. Oh, I love it when we climb, and I will never try to take it further. Focus on the friendship.
Shut up, Weeknd. Shut up. Shut up, The Weeknd. Don't say another word. Sorry, excuse my jeans, but how can he say, and if we do it like that, don't you take it further than a friendship, or whatever he said? So you're rocking her world senseless, and you don't want her to want you? Oh my God. This man.
Thought you weren't like that. Yeah, I thought you weren't like that. Oh, I have sex as friends no more. Friends no more. Ooh, friends. Oh, what we got, yeah. Baby, what we got is secure apart. You're my best friend now. You're my best friend now. Oh, I don't want more. 'Cause I get clumsy and tear it apart. So,
No, Best Friends is freaking crazy good. Like, what the hell? That song is stupid. I like how it doesn't like get more intense in its beat, you know? It kind of stays at that level for most of it, and I like that. The power of the song comes from the lyrics, god damn it, and comes from his vocals. I really love it for that. You know, Best Friends is just like, you know, The Weeknd stating what's, you know, a known fact in life. You can't sleep together and be just friends. It's hard, it gets messy, it gets toxic, strings become attached. Oh, I love this.
is there someone else or not? 'Cause I wanna keep you close. I want to know if you hurting him or you hurting me. If I ain't so not. Ooh, oh no. I don't want to be a prisoner to who I used to be. I swear I changed my ways for the better forever. Oh,
decisive? Is this the Weeknd fighting for someone? Wanting to be with someone forever? He ain't never said that in his damn life. This is a new perspective. This is him questioning whether she is being unfaithful now. Because he just wants her and wants maybe more of a serious thing. I feel like though for Is There Someone Else, it could have been taken to another level. Like, it was really good, I enjoyed it, but that production was just too great, and I feel like he stayed really calm on that. I don't know, is it just me feeling that way?
Only imagine on my dreams before, when I was young and alone in the world. But you're defeated, baby, broken, hurting, suffering from a shattered soul. Oh, oh, oh. Let me be there for your heart. You weren't touched by a man in so long, 'cause the last time I was way too strong. Let me be there, you need, and I'll make it my responsibility. Get me to the curb. It's okay, babe. And now I'm so cynical. Baby, break me. Get me.
Starry Eyes is his favourite. It's amazing. It's cinematic. It's enthralling. It's entrancing. It's consuming. I absolutely love it. I love how he's speaking of someone, a woman, a partner who's broken, who he wants to help this time. It's been a lot of a reverse situation in other Weeknd albums where he's the broken one searching for a solution in the woman. He is now trying to be the solution for this woman. This woman has come to him probably broken, mistreated a lot from previous partners, never really understood mentally, physically, even probably sexually, you know, maybe maltreated in those forms. And he is now trying to be her help and be her, you know, knight in shining armor, and he really wants that. He needs that even, because before he was starry-eyed. Now he's so cynical, he's seeing everything so negatively. He doesn't feel like he can even find love or something great in someone, but now he's seen her and he needs her. He needs her reality and he wants to help her.
Every angel is terrified.
Interesting interlude. I really love the start of it.
Lights, dark and shining bright. I see every eyes on you. You snatch my soul, I'm crucified. Don't you break my heart. I can't take it anymore. Love, I almost died in the disco. Now I know she destiny, and this time I know for sure. Just don't break my heart. Can't take it anymore. Don't break my heart. I'm falling apart already. Don't you break down, please. Don't you break my heart.
I like Don't Break My Heart. It grew on me. I was listening to it and I was just like, I'm not sure. But then by the second chorus, when he went, don't break my heart. And I was like, oh no, do you know what? This is funky. This is weird. This is different. He's like singing in this delivery that's a bit odd. Maybe it's highlighting the uncomfortability of him experiencing another heartbreak, which is why he's singing in this kind of awkward way. Do you know what I mean? I really do like the track. After a while, I was like, no, I understand this. This is weird but different.
Oh, the way you hypnotize me, I could tell you've been in control. These words I need to hear from you. Now I know this is a fling. You're right in someone's ring. Up a favor and just leave it. You know I'm in my phone, I'm going to delete it. Don't you marry girl? I can't be with you, no I can't.
I don't why, but like the bass and like the beat is kind of reminiscent to me of like Every Little Step by Bobby Brown. I don't know why I'm thinking of that song when I hear this.
Can't be your savage, that shit ain't fly, bitch. Can't be your pilot, can't be your private. Make me your obvious if I ain't your husband, like uncle shoot. And when dogs cry, we ain't got enough to shoot. I'm still in love with you, where the love at? You walk down the aisle, I can make you run back.
I Heard You Married is good. I wouldn't put it on the level of some other songs in this album, but I just feel like it was a little like the energy it gave was not in comparison to the other tracks, so it wouldn't be like my most repetitive listen. I feel like the execution has just been higher in other tracks.
Remember, I was your hero. Leave you from my darkest truth. See you with my darkest truth of all. No, I can't shake this feeling that crawls in my head. Got to watch me die in your arms.
Less Than Zero is a very like, again, kind of giving me that coming of age energy, like it feels like a finding yourself, soul searching kind of track. But it's not one of my favorites, and I also, alongside I Heard You're Married, it just feels like a little less energy.
You're tuned to Dawn FM. When you weren't liked or followed, how did you behave? Was it often a dissonant chord you were strumming? Were you ever in tune with the song life was humming? When the purple rain falls, we're all bathed in its grace. And if your broken heart's heavy when you step on the scale, you'll be lighter than air when they pull back the veil.
Wow. That was a beautiful ending. The poetry, I love poetry, so to have such a well-written, well-conceived bit of poetry at the end there on top of a really entrancing track. Wow, it's mesmerizing. That's the end of Dawn FM. What do I think of it? I can't help but directly think about my initial feel to After Hours when I listened to it, and I remember being filled with such excitement when I listened to After Hours. I remember feeling like, wow, I have been taken to a sonic place I've never been taken to before. Whereas listening to Dawn FM, I'm not left with excitement as to what I've just listened to. I'm left with a more conclusive, resolved feel. And I feel like that's perfect, because this is supposed to be the end of this kind of creative journey the Weeknd is going on. It's supposed to be the conclusive final end point, and that's how I'm left feeling. Do you know what I mean? And because I know the aim of this album, it makes me feel like there might be 2-3 songs there that I'm really not listening to, and I might have listened to After Hours more, and I might listen to it more than I listen to this, but I feel like the message of this album really runs clear more, and it's less about how sonically it just sounds so consuming, because After Hours was so consuming, but it's consuming you in less of a sonic way, more of a message way. I feel like the Weeknd himself is a lot clearer here with his afflictions and his issues, and also with him trying to improve himself. I feel like that's more evident and more clear here, and therefore there's a lot more focus on that, and a lot of tracks that repeat that kind of theme of reflection and knowing what you're doing wrong and wanting to be better, but fighting that side of yourself as you ride out into the ultimate light, which is that destination where you're going to be better. So I feel like the message runs clear here, alongside some amazing production, and therefore, yeah, there might not be all of the album I'm loving, but enough of the album I'm loving to say that it's still going to be rated highly. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I would have to listen to it a bit more though. On first listen, I've enjoyed it so much. The message at the end is so great and so conclusive and so healing, but then I also just want to listen to it a bit more before I give a really definitive rating. Do you know what I mean? I would rate it on this first instance 8, but I want to listen to it more. But thank you guys for watching my Dawn FM reaction. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button down below and leave a comment down below of your thoughts. I'll see you guys all next time.